You too, bitch, your boy Estefanos, and I'm back with a part 2 to my last video. So this is more so of a continuation of my last video reviewing Invincible Season 1, since I kind of got caught off. So this time, I'm going to specifically be talking about my favorite moments in the season, and just gushing over the season more, because I just love this show. Now, as of late, if I was to say who are my top favorite comic book characters, it would be Spider-Man, Invincible, TMNT, what else? Batman, and what else? Oh, and Captain America, and a couple more. But that's not the point of this video. And as always, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We're close. We're getting closer to 100 subscribers, and that's I hate this stutter so much. Okay, we're close to 55 subscribers, and that's the goal. Try to reach it by the summer. And comment down below what content you want to see on the channel. As you guys can tell, that I'm really into comic book characters. So if you guys love me talking about comic book characters, comment down below, and we'll see what I'll debate about next. But enough of that. It's time to talk about Invincible. Now, I am I just finished season 3, like by the time this video came out. But the amount of time I saw bits of this show's clips here and there, and I knew the show was brutal, but I wasn't sure if that was for me. But now that I finally got locked in this show, oh my god, it's good. Like, season 1, peak. Like, from episode 1 to episode 8, just peak cinema. Like, now, you know how there's some shows that have dark moments, but it's still overall rather kid friendly? Nah, this show is not kid friendly. This show is dark. It is adult themed. At this point, pretty much R rated. No. So you know how there's plot armor in most shows? Now, in this universe, that does not exist. Anything could happen. The main character could literally die. Heck, in season 1, episode 5, Mark literally he got beat up by a battle beast, bro. And bro, I didn't even know who this guy was until I didn't know much about this guy. But by season 3, I'm like, this guy is like one of the top 3 strongest opponents in this franchise. But yo, he had his whole mallet and slammed him, bro. I thought Mark died when that happened, bro. He slammed him and blood came gushing out. Keep in mind, this is episode 5. I actually thought everyone died in this episode. But that's kind of the common tropes with this series. They putting you on the edge and making you fear for your life. And Battle Beast is probably top 3 of my favorite villains of this series. And then we have to talk about Omni-Man. Like, bruh, the way the show started in episode 1, it made you believe he was like Superman, a beacon of hope, a very caring and protective father who cares about his wife and son. That's what it looked like to me. And the way he taught Mark how to understand his powers, it was just so sweet, like a father like son. And you thought they were gonna have a great journey together, and they thought things would be great. But nah, bro. The fact that this guy called all the Guardians of the Globe to home base, and then jumped all of them, and when he killed Red Rush, I was like, the way the tense intensity was of him squeezing Red Rush's head, and as soon as his eye came out, I was like, yeah, it's grits. And I didn't think he would kill him like that. I thought he would kill them all by, I don't know, maybe destroying the base or something. That's what I thought. But the fact that a character called the Immortal died by, okay, still though, the fact that you're called you're called immortal and you've died like what? How many times has Immortal died? Let me know in the comments, because at this point by season 3, okay, see, but dying by an alien makes sense, but dying twice in the season finale is actually mental, and after that, this guy starts hating Mark in the future seasons because he's his Omni-Man son. I get it, but still though, you come on. And the way, and also, I said this in my previous video. I just love how we get to learn about the characters first. Like, we don't just see them as superheroes and that they got their figured out. They don't. They're either teenagers who are having relationship problems, teenagers who are struggling to live the life as a superhero, or they're literally superheroes who believe they are doing what's right or what's necessary. And I love how this show handles the concept of morality. Omni-Man is loyal to Viltrum, while Mark is loyal to Earth and believes in humanity is worth a lot. While Nolan believes humanity needs to be conquered and be put on a leash, basically. And season 1, Nolan, I hated a lot. And the intensity of how they were building to the reveal on why he killed the Guardians, why he's so aggressive whenever he's teaching Mark, and constantly bickering with not just Debbie, but with Cecil and pretty much anyone when it comes to the way he treats it, the way he, okay, Damien Darkblood, okay, he's a devil, makes sense. But the fact that this guy still killed the Guardians and bro didn't even kill them when he first arrived on Earth. Bro waited 20 years to do it. It's 20 years! Like, you built a whole family. Why didn't you just kill them off? Oh my gosh. And I'm so happy, though, that he isn't just, he's a parody of Superman, but he's not just, you know? And I love how it's kind of a contrast to when I think about it, Clark's and Jordan and Jonathan's relationship. Since I think it was Jordan Kent in Superman and Lois, where he learns how to control his powers. It's similar to Mark, except Superman was always was doing what was right for his kids, you know? But now in this universe, Omni-Man is out for the smoke. Season 1. And then we get to my boy, and then we get introduced to the Mauler twins. Probably my favorite gag in the series is them constantly bickering who is the original. And I love whenever we cut back to that. And I love how they were recurring characters in the show. Even though, yeah, I'm not going to say anything until my season 3 review, but yeah. They were my favorite villains, probably. Not my favorites, but my top favorite characters. Like, they were hilarious during the whole series' time frame. And what else? Then we get introduced to the teen team. Rexplode. Total douchebag in season 1, but as the series progressed, you stem to love him more. You get to learn more about him. He dated Adam Eve, you know. But let's be for real, we were all expecting Mark to get with her, you know. Dude had the hots from episode 1, day 1. But hey, he got with Amber, who was originally white in the comic books, but typical racial controversy led to her being black. But if I'm being completely honest, Amber was overall okay. I don't know if I'm just agreeing with everyone else, but I didn't really like Amber, to be honest. She was a good girlfriend, but like maybe it's just the fact that I mostly see it in Mark's view. She's mad at him for not telling him his secret identity. But now when I think about it, it makes sense from her perspective that Mark could have told her, but still it's literally the fact though that if he told you your secret identity, villains would find out about Invincible's loved ones and use them as a bargaining chip to make him surrender. Otherwise, they would kill them in front of him and weaken him, or it would enrage him. But still, though, it's still wrong. It's complex. And and of course, Debbie Grayson. Probably debated to be the most favorite character in the series. I just love her. She's literally the She's literally what a mom is. Not just constantly. She's what a parent should be. You shouldn't be constantly lecturing, expecting your kids to become the embodiment image that you expect them to be. I just love that about Debbie. She doesn't expect Mark to be anything. She doesn't expect anything from him. She has a good heart, and she believes that we all can be a hero. She believes that, but of course she cares about her family and wants to protect them. She did. She said, and I love how she said to Mark that you don't need to be like Omni-Man. You just need to be the best you. And I just love that. And boy, I just season 1 to me is just this is how you do a show though. This is how you do an adult themed show in animation. This is why I hate that a lot of people say animation is for kids. It is not for kids. It can lead to so many other things. It can lead to in things that live action films can't do. But people like to say, because there's so many kid-friendly shows, and that it's just the fact that shows are primarily kid-friendly in animation that we've seen. But nah, shows in animation can get dark real. They've had dark moments, man. They can literally be dark, but they're written in the PG sense. And oh my God, the season 1 finale. It's a tie between the season 3 and season 1. It's a tie between season 1 and 3's finale, which is I prefer. Season 1 is probably a lot less brutal, but it's still like back then I wasn't used to this much. Like back then is insane. A couple weeks ago I wasn't used to all this brutality in this show, but now I can get used to it. But the way Nolan just like by the start of episode 8, bro is just killing people now. Like Mark, like he tries persuading Mark to join him, that he's part of Viltrum and that they can make Earth a better place. And to be honest, I don't see where people were thinking Mark would join his dad. I think I get why, because Mark looks up to his dad. His dad has been his idol. He respects him. And I understand that, He's looked up to him his whole entire life. But shit. The fact that bro called his wife a pet and didn't expect Mark to crash out is crazy. You called your wife that you married for 20 years, had a kid, and you treat her as if she's a dog. That's how you treated her. Nah. And the fact Mark snapped is like, look, I get he was still very inexperienced because this is only season 1 and he barely trained for that much. But bro, that fight was brutal. It went across the globe, bruh. And then the fight in Chicago, bruh. We'll get back to this fight in season 3. Just watch. And bro, Mark was literally traumatized from that battle. Bro was shoved through a train, killing multiple people. Damn. Is the cemetery, gotten overcapacitated by this point? Because, damn, how many bodies are there? Nah. And you were scared. If Nolan was able to do this, just wonder how the other Viltrumites were going to be. But we'll get more into that in the series. But I just love how, despite all that, Mark kept fighting. And I know this is going to be a common theme, that Mark constantly loses fights in this show. But to me personally, I'm one of those people who will defend why, but that's gonna be its own separate video. But just for now, I get what people are saying. His name is Invincible. He shouldn't be losing this many fights. But that's the whole point of his character, to get knocked. It's like Spider-Man. No matter how many hits you take, can you get back up many times? Unless your arm and legs and head is chopped off. But that's all I wanted to say. But I just love how this show keeps building its world each season. Even within the same season, it keeps building. And okay, I really want to say though, the Guardians of the Globe are just screaming a parody of the Justice League. And I get why Robert Kirkman did it. I mean, he said he wanted to give a familiarity and something, And At least he tried to give these characters them some uniqueness, some, you know. Honestly though, they're not bad, but they're screaming DC. This Darkwing is literally Batman. War Woman is Wonder Woman. Green Ghost is Green Lantern. Martian Man is just Martian Man Hunter without the Hunter. And what else? Bruh. Aquarius Aquaman. Omni-Man Superman. Immortal Thor. But nah, bro. I will never forget how Nolan just killed him at the end of episode 1. That just set the tone. That's how you set the tone for a series. Ay, bro. And what's the best part about this? All these episodes are 40 and 50 minutes. That's how good. It's like Cobra Kai, Stranger Things' runtimes. And I love that because it gives time to give characters growth, give us more an idea of why of these characters, get to know them. Like, I'll admit, you may hate Amber in season 1, but in season 2, you hate her a lot less. But the MVP are Mark, Debbie, Adam Eve, and what else? I could be missing a lot of people, but then again, this is just mostly season 1, you know? Because I don't want to say too much and have less to say for season 2 and 3. But oh my god, I just can't stop glazing this show. And the fact that this is season 1 where it's this violent, bro. And of course, I forgot, Machine Head. He's legit a robotic kingpin. And how did bro hire Battle Beast? That's what I want to know. How did this guy get him? Am I not the only one who's confused? Like, for real, am I not the only one who's confused on how the hell do you get a giant Mufasa from space to Earth? It's like, how does that happen? Yeah. But anyways, though, I just want to dive mildly into the season 1 finale. What I love about this finale is Nolan primarily believes he's right, in that he's doing what he believes is right. And you can just tell by the way he's talking. He's trying to convince him, not Mark, but himself that he's doing what's right. Even in the battle on the mountain, where he's like punching Mark, beating him to death, saying he could always start again, make another kid. And then after he has a flashback of when Mark was at a baseball game, and he at first he didn't understand the point of it and was standing like a weirdo. Then Debbie showed him what humanity is, being happy for Mark when he, to give him courage. And then we come back to the present where bro looks like Mark is destroyed, chipped. I think his chin was chipped or something. And bro starts gaslighting and starts saying, "Why did you make me do this? You're fighting so everyone will die. Think, Mark. Think. You'll outgrow every single infant being on this planet. Everything and everyone you know will be gone. You'll see it all crumble to dust and blow away. What will you have in 500 years?" And bro's like, "You, Dad. I'll have you." But yeah, before this video comes too long, I just want to say, this show is just peak, and it's just season 1. Season 2 is kind of a downgrade, but it's still enjoyable. But with that being said, hope you all enjoyed this video. Comment down below which character should I do a character analysis, like what character should I talk about from the Invincible universe, and which ones are your favorite. Comment down below, let's have a discussion, and let's make sure we're on the road to 100 subscribers. And without further ado, and as always, make sure you guys have a great day and peace.